Check one, check on one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aunts and uncles, grandma, oh the heck with it. All right, internet. This is KDUB Center Stage on KDUBRadio.com. KDUBRadio.com, greetings and salutations. Today, this morning, this evening, whatever time it might be in your time zone, I am Tommy K, and this is KDUB Center Stage, where tonight, I'm excited to have this person on in our spotlight tonight. Please give a warm welcome to Sabrina Fallah. Sabrina, how are you today?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. So excited to hear your music and to share with our listeners and just to get to know you a little bit better. Just have to ask, where you're from Canada, correct?
Yes, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Ottawa, yes. Ontario. Now, where I'm from, about the closest place is Windsor. So how far is that from where you live?
Oh my God! Well, I think Windsor's closer to Toronto, right?
Windsor's really close to Detroit, actually. It's like right across that river called the Detroit River. Toronto's maybe another hour and a half.
I mean, I think going from Toronto would be closer to you than from where I am, because I'm 5 hours behind. It takes 5 hours to get to Toronto. So I'm thinking if I drive from Ottawa, it'll take me longer.
You know, maybe I should have paid more attention in my geography class when I was in school then.
Me too. I'm just saying.
But we're not here to talk about math or anything like that. We're here to talk about you and your musical mastery, if that's even a proper word. But oh my goodness,
yeah,
I'm just floored listening to your music. From what you sent to us, I was just like, oh my gosh. This woman is incredible. So that's my way of brown nosing. I'm just kidding. Amazing is all I have to say. Our listeners are in for quite a store tonight to hear your mastery of music and everything like that. So without any further ado, if I may say, the first song I want to talk about that I heard is called The Front Line.
Okay.
Blown away.
Yeah.
Hard and heavy. That song rocks. What is your intake on, what do you have to say in 2 words? No, I'm just kidding. What inspired you with that
good.
song?
I would have loved to answer that question. Ask me that.
Okay, in 2 words, how do you describe that song?
I'm thinking of danceable, rocking and danceable.
Rocking, danceable. Very cool, because it is so true.
Because there is an upbeat to it, you know?
Absolutely. I have to say, when I first listened to it, one of the first bands that I could hear in that song, or represented in that song, was the Bangles. Believe that?
Really?
Yeah. Then
I've never heard that band, so I better go listen to them.
They played. It was an '80s band, I believe, that Walk Like an Egyptian. Okay. I can't think of the other song, but Manic Monday.
Cool.
But here's the kicker: I heard that at first, and then I heard Joan Jett, and I could also hear some Janis Joplin.
That was what I was thinking. I'm like, he's gonna say Joan Jett. I mean, like the Bangles. That's a new one. Yeah, Joan Jett. I hear that a lot for my vocals. The vocals being more like Joan Jett. Yeah.
Here's one other name I want to.
But just so you know, I have never performed Joan Jett live or songs by her, or I don't even listen to her that much. But somehow I have her voice.
You have an amazing voice. I'll just say that right now.
Thank you.
With the Front Line, I even heard, I don't know if you recall, Lita Ford back in the 90s.
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah.
I mean, with the Front Line.
She's good, though. She's good, too. These are good singers. Yeah.
Well, I just have to say with the front line, the whole entire song sounded so great and rocking and danceable. Believe it or not, I did a little jig as I was listening to it while driving. Well, maybe not, but I was just texting. No, I'm just kidding. What inspired you with that song?
Okay. Well, I co-wrote that song with Heather Meary, who is in Vancouver, so we did it over Skype. And I told her I want to write about a song going for your dream and not letting anybody stop you. And even if you're going up, whoever comes, whoever doesn't, goes. Because in life, when you're trying to succeed, you lose friends, you make new ones. So you just have to keep your mind on what you want to do and go for it. Because in life, things change for a reason. So it's just about going for your dreams, basically.
I definitely can hear that with the lyrics. With that
and during that time that I wrote that song, I was going through a lot of that, making new friends, losing friends. So it was the perfect time to write about that song. So I could relate to it exactly when I was writing it. So I like to write songs based on things I've gone through and what others have gone through. So it feels more real. So
it's a story, without question, then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
Oof, playing like guitar, you mean?
Your musical history. How about that?
Oh, music. Well, I've been singing. Well, I was humming tunes before I could speak. My parents would say as a baby I would be humming everything I would hear. So basically, I started writing like short stories and poetry in grade 4. I don't know the age, around grade 4. And I grabbed the guitar. No, I started learning the piano at age 10. Then I was told I should learn an instrument that I could carry around. So I learned the guitar. I got my first guitar when I was, I think, 15 or 16. But I just took a class for 2 weeks, and then I taught myself because all the chords are online. You just look at the chords and play. So I learned that pretty fast. And when I was 14, I won my first singing competition, and that was when I said, you know what, I'm going to do this.
At 14.
And here I am.
Well, I'm definitely not going to do the mistake of saying, well, how old are you? But I will say at 14 you started singing and competitively, if you will, or whatever, but I'm glad you did. And I think the whole music industry will definitely appreciate that as well. I tell you what.
It is a tough industry, so I'm very happy I'm still in it, because this industry is tough.
Well, I tell you what.
But I'm doing it because I'm passionate. I'm not in it just because I'm in it. I'm in it because I enjoy what I do, and that's why I'm staying in it. So.
Well, that definitely is such a bonus, and I think we should include that bonus right now by playing the front line from Sabrina Fallah right here on KDUB Center Stage on KDUBRadio.com. KDUBRadio.com. This is KDUB Center Stage, and tonight the spotlight shining bright on our guest Sabrina Fallah. Welcome back again, Sabrina.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, that's good. It's always good to be excited, and it's very exciting to listen to your music, which brings a true excitement to any listener's ear if they really appreciate music, because I'll say it again, and I'm not great with I often call myself computer unsavvy, so OMG is what I'll say, and I may not know exactly what that means, but OMG.
OMG?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
That song we just listened to called The Frontline, ma'am, I'm sorry to call you ma'am, you're probably way younger than me, so I should just say, lady, you rock. How about that? Oh,
yeah, I like that.
On my notes taken here on The Frontline, I have 2 hearts drawn. So that tells you I love it twice. In a 2 for Tuesday, maybe, or something to that effect. Next song I want to talk about is called Hurt. Soft and gentle. To me, when I listen to it, I hear your passion for music, for writing the lyrics.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad you can hear that. I'm glad.
Well, I want to share a couple things more that maybe the listeners out there will hear as well. As I was listening to it, one artist that I could mix your vocals in with Alanis Morissette.
Really?
Yeah. That's my listening ear.
I've never gotten that before. Never gotten that before.
And I'm not saying I'm a professional or anything.
That is interesting. I have never had somebody tell me that I have that similarity. But she's good. But I've never heard that in her voice like mine. But that's interesting.
Well, I'm going to say it right now.
Vocally, or like the music and the voice together giving that sound?
I'm going to say it right now for the record. You are good as well. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Something else I heard in Hurt, with the soft and gentleness of the song, the lyrics reminded me, and I'm a big Rush fan, from their album 2112, I could hear the song Discovery, where they talk about what can the strange device be. From your lyrics, it just put me back to those days of putting on the record 2112, not putting it up on the computer or popping in the cassette, but the record.
Wow.
So I was floored by that.
That is interesting, because I don't really listen to Rush that much, but wow, they are good, but wow. Wow, I've never gotten that before either.
Well,
wow.
I'm just buttering you up left and right.
Really good bands in my music, like similarities. That's great.
Well, when I heard the song, and maybe the listeners will hear this too, I wrote the word smooth. Because you can feel your feelings with the whole package, the playing, the lyrics, the vocals. It also reminded me of, do you recall a band called Extreme?
Oh my God.
They had a song called More Than Words. One of my favorite.
Oh my God. I'm going to literally cry. Because you are the third person that said that about my song. Oh my God. And I have heard that song, and I can hear it. I can hear the similarity. It's so cool.
It is. Yeah. And I'm glad that someone else has seen that or heard that, whatever you want to call it. Because, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps. See, I'm so backwards right now. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it and talking about it. And you know what, with that said, I think instead of me yammering away constantly, we should maybe play Hurt.
Keep going.
Okay, what inspired you to write Hurt? How about that?
Okay, so I co-wrote Hurt in Nashville with Bill DiLuigi, and it's based on something personal. It's based on me. And the song is basically written about someone that only cares about themselves and nobody else. So for an example would be like, if you wanted your friend to support you in something that you love, but they really didn't show any care for it. They didn't really care or didn't want anything to be involved in it. And you're like, I thought you're my friend. I'm always there for you. You're not there for me. There's something wrong here. Something wrong. And then when that happens for many years, and you're trying to see if that person will change, and it doesn't, you gotta walk away. So that's what the song's about, basically. And if you listen to the second, verse, which I wrote that verse, you can really hear exactly what I'm talking about if you read between the lines.
Oh, great. I wasn't very good at reading. No, I'm just kidding. I have written down here what you just said kind of matches to what I had written down as I listened to it. A musical diary. And it really is. I think, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and play it? Shall we?
Please.
All right, then. Going back to the music from KDUB Center Stage, Sabrina Fallah in the spotlight. This is Hurt on KDUBRadio.com.
Sitting on this floor tonight, above the broken boulevard, teardrops falling, midnight calling, holding tight to this guitar. Can't stop thinking about all the things you did to me, trying to find a melody that doesn't sound like misery. Hurt, it's only a feeling. Hurt, the pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt. When I needed someone, you were never there. You had to star in your own show. You didn't care about what I wanted, but I'm finally letting go of the hurt. It's only a feeling. Hurt, the pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt. Since the day I said goodbye, I'm better off without you. Sometimes the truth can hurt. The pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt.
And welcome back to KDUB Center Stage right here on KDUBRadio.com. I am Tommy K, your host, and in the spotlight tonight with me, Sabrina Fallah, all the way from Ottawa, Canada. Thanks again, Sabrina, for joining us.
Awesome.
You even can talk in music lyrics now. Or sing songs. Can you tell I don't play a musical instrument whatsoever? To me, a chord is like, oh, give me needle and thread, or something like that. I don't know. Hey, just a couple questions. Who are some of your inspirations with your musical career? I know you mentioned Green Day earlier.
Yeah, Green Day. They're actually the reason I'm in music. When I heard their American Idiot album that came out in 2005, I got so attached to it, and I was still figuring out what style I wanted to do, because there's so many things out there, and I heard everybody was doing pop. I'm like, I don't want to do pop. And then I heard that record, and then I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna do rock, but with my own twist, with some Green Day influence in it. And then after that, Bon Jovi came along. Billy Idol came along, and I've seen them all live. I saw Billy Idol live.
Oh wow! I bet that was an awesome show.
Oh yeah.
What are your ambitions? With your music, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself going with what you do?
Well, I am. I don't know if you know, but I am signed, and I hope to be touring, and I hope to get my songs on bigger stations, and I just want to tour and make records and travel the world. Like, I really want to tour Europe. I just want to do a world tour. Canada, U.S., Europe, and go everywhere.
Columbus, Ohio.
They want me. Anywhere I can go.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, of course.
Well, that's where we're located. We want you coming this way. I'm gonna say it now. I want the album.
Me too.
I will say the 4 songs that we're going to talk about all night tonight. The production of it, just killer. The great blend, the musical action at the. Like I said, I'd never played a piano in my life, but anyway, the sound of it just so complete, and clean and smooth. Kind of like with this next song we're gonna get to listen to here shortly. "Kiss is a Killer."
It's a killer. Yeah.
Is that one of your favorite songs that you've done?
Well, it's another song that I co-wrote with Bill DiLuigi, which wrote "Hurt" with me in Nashville, and that's a song that I've won online awards with. That's a song that a lot of people are connecting to. So I didn't know that song was going to grab as many people as it did, but I'm glad it did. So, and people are still wanting to hear it. So, you want me to explain it, or?
By all means, the stage is yours. Well, give us a little history behind it. How about that?
Pardon?
Give us a little history behind it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, so the theme, well, all I'm going to say is I have to give Bill the credit for the title, because when I walked into the room, he just said, "Kiss is a Killer." I said, "What, the kiss kills you?" At first, I thought he meant the kiss kills you. He's like, "No, the kiss is a killer. The kiss is good."
Get more Tic Tacs. No.
So what I thought about was the theme of Grease, when the popular cool guys who are bad boys go after the girls with their leather jackets and boots and leather pants and cool cars, motorcycles, whatever you want to think about. And when the girl gets the guy gives the best kisses, right? Because every girl likes a bad guy, some kind of bad guy.
Like wearing a black cowboy hat.
No, like some girls like bad boys, bad guys, but
right.
not the very bad ones. But there's always some bad in the guys in some way.
Kind of like Godzilla.
Yeah, and that's in the song.
Exactly. Here's what I love about "Kiss is a Killer." I love the beginning, and even in the ending, the build-up in tempo.
Okay.
Because it starts slow and starts to build up. And then you have that great guitar riff towards, 2/3 into the song. Then it goes into kind of like mystery with the lyrics and the tempo.
Yes.
And I even wrote down, I love this lyric. I'm taking over now, just in case you haven't guessed it. I thought that was like you taking control or taking the bull by the horns. I will say this out loud on the airwaves, and if you repeat it, I'll deny it. My air guitar could not keep up. I even broke 3 air picks. But love this song. I think we shall go ahead and put it on our airwaves right now, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. Strap yourselves in, people. On KDUB Center Stage, spotlighting Sabrina Fallah right now. This is Kiss is a Killer on KDUBRadio.com. KDUBRadio.com, you are tuned in to KDUB Center Stage, spotlighting tonight, all the way from Ottawa, Canada, Sabrina Fallah. Thanks again, Sabrina. You almost sound like you're next door. Oh wait, that's because of the technology, I guess. We just heard Kiss is a Killer. Love that tune. I look forward to seeing that go far, and I'm sure you are too, of course.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you, you do all the lyric writing for the most part with your songs?
I co-write.
You co-write?
But the songwriter that I work with likes it if I put down more of the ideas or come in with the ideas, because they wanted to make sure that it's more me in the song, because it's my song that I'm writing.
Oh, that's cool.
And I always go in with ideas.
I've always wanted to ask this. Is proper grammar important when writing a song?
I don't think so.
As long as you say it properly, I guess it's okay.
It's a song. I don't think a teacher is going to be editing it.
Hey, then I could become
like correcting it in school, you know?
I could become a lyricist then. B-Dub's probably going to shake his head like, no. Just be quiet, Tom. I will say, all the 4 songs that I've heard so far, or that I've received and have heard and listened, such a clean sound to every one of them. So I applaud you in that. Maturity, I hear the maturity in your singing, in the lyrics, in the talent. Just a great all around. It's kind of like from the movie Jerry Maguire. It's the Claw. If you remember that movie, I don't know.
I have never seen it.
Well, you have homework now.
Okay.
Trying to think. So, okay, so you're on with us for Center Stage. What other, have you gotten airplay on other radio stations in Canada, in the U.S.? What's the story on that?
Well, I've gone to an airplay on one mainstream station in Ottawa. I can remember the name. Station CKG. Damn it.
No biggie. Just remember KDUB Radio.
But it is an Ottawa station, and it's in my hometown.
Very cool.
Oh, CKDJ 109.7. There we go.
Can you send us a bumper sticker?
I don't even got a bumper sticker.
What? Nah, I'm just kidding. Are you looking to try and break into the U.S.?
Yes, that is in the works.
That's cool. Good. Because the U.S. needs to hear you on the radio as well.
I need to go to the U.S. It's a big market.
Yeah, it's a pretty big land down this way, I guess. Since you're in Canada, do you call us your southern relatives, or how do you call Americans? I'm just curious.
Just around the corner.
Very cool.
All I have to do is cross the little border, and then I'm there, right?
Wow. Let's see.
You guys are like, if you go to Niagara Falls in Toronto, like 2 hours after Toronto.
Yeah.
It's very funny because my dad and I were driving and trying to go to Niagara. He went a bit too far and got to the border, to the States, and he didn't even have a passport.
Oh.
and the guy, my dad's like, I took the wrong turn. And the guy's like, you took a 30-minute wrong turn.
He zigged when he should have zagged.
No, but I'm telling you, that's how close. Like, just doing a wrong turn, we can end up at the border. It's so funny. That was hilarious. And the guy even let us do a turn because we had nothing on us. So I went to the States for like 2 minutes, and then I turned around. That was so funny.
The quickest
that was many years ago when they accepted that. Now it's like, I don't want to get into politics, but now I don't like the border. I hate going to the border. That they look at you and stare at you like you're doing something wrong.
Well, I feel bad for you because I like going to the border. I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, come on over.
What was I going to say?
Well, I like Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey, there you go. We'll hook up and get a coffee.
That's why when my uncle comes over next week, he's bringing me 2 bags from the States. Hopefully he's bringing me the coffee cake muffin because I love that in Dunkin' Donuts, the coffee cake. Oh my God, you gotta have the coffee cake.
Do you need a moment? I'm just
Sorry,
kidding.
I just got into Dunkin' Donut and now I'm talking about everything I like when I'm... Never mind.
I want to share... I'm going to go off subject here. Okay, I'm back on. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, after hearing your music, all I could think is,
Yeah.
man, I need to get her to write a song for me. Here's why. I teach karate, and I would love to have you write, perform, produce a song for my dojo when we do workouts.
Really?
That's how good you are.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, to play your music in the background would be so awesome. I think listeners will agree because this is...
Then why don't you?
I will. Definitely will. I just need the whole album. Signed, autographed. With Dunkin' Donuts on the side.
Hey, where am I in all this? I should be there too.
Okay. Special guest in the dojo tonight. The last song I want to talk about, Paradise Comes with a Price.
Yeah.
I almost felt like I was lowering it down to like make it a mystery.
Yeah.
But actually, what's the story behind that song? Because I have my thoughts.
One word would be depression.
Okay. Personal,
I
or
wrote
is it?
Personally, I heard about what happened with that was the time. I think it was a year after Robin Williams passed, and there was a lot of talk about mental health. And then when I was in Nashville, I said, the guy I wrote it with, Joe, told me, I want to write a sad song, or I want to write a song about some kind of something that people can get help listening to it. And I said, why don't we write about depression? It's something everybody's talking about. But we wrote it in a way to help people with depression, not to give up, not to let go, move forward, to know that they will see the light. Because it's very dark when you're depressed. You have to work very hard to get out of it. So I wrote that song. And when I released it, I had a few people come up to me and tell me that they liked that I wrote that song, and they liked the message I had in the song. So I'm glad people were okay towards it, because we had to make sure when we wrote it that it wasn't like too much or trying to make fun or being rude. We were trying to be like, we have to make sure it's something that they get the help. Because writing a song like that, you have to be careful. Because you don't want to go too deep into it either, into that stuff.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now, okay, with what you just said. You are a godsend. Because what you just said, depression is such a, and I don't mean to get all serious and whatnot, but depression is a disease, an illness that I'll be honest, I myself struggle with it. I have some medical issues, blah, 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 that where depression sometimes does overwhelm me. And some people, I think in the public eye, talking about depression kind of gets put on that back burner sometimes. Or
it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. I agree. And there too, I can understand why people do, because, they don't want to, I don't want people to think I'm weird or whatever the case is.
Well, you know what, so what people don't understand is that having depression, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you were so strong and your body just got tired. You are very strong when you have depression, because it's because of your strength, and then you fell back. But it doesn't mean you can't get back up. You just have to be strong. A lot of people don't understand what depression really is. They think, they're tired, they're weak, because they have excuse. No, it's not that. It's not that.
You know what I would say? Your song, Paradise Comes with a Price, should be like for lack of better terms, the theme song to, for a depression campaign, if you want to call it that.
For the suicide, stuff like that? Yeah, I've tried.
I hope that you continue to press on with that, because song is great. It is to me it was very uplifting. You know, even though the subject matter...
It's supposed to be uplifting, but not sounding too happy. But it's supposed to be like, you can do it. You can get over it. You can be strong. You just believe. I'm trying to lift them up within the song, bring them back up.
Well, I tell you what, you definitely do, because what I wrote down for that song, it rocks with acoustic.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times acoustic songs are like the ballads or whatever, and again, the lyrics with the acoustic guitar, all that stuff, just made it really happen, come together. I just give you A+, 20 million gold stars, wherever you want to call it, for that song. Even your vocals, you took your vocals to such a higher level, and yet it was so peaceful sounding. Your range is incredible. By
the way, I wrote that song 10 o'clock at night and having cookies. I was having cookies while writing that song. Yeah, it was I like that I wrote that song at night, because a lot more comes out when you're writing at night, especially those kind of songs. At night, you can imagine how it would feel, and I try to really think for the line where I wrote leaving that note on the side, I thought of that, because normally when you're suicidal, you sometimes leave a note. So, yeah.
Well, like I said, I give you big...
It's sad talking about this, but I had to write it because of Robin Williams and of everybody else who is suffering, and people need to talk about it and ask for help. You need to ask.
Well, with that
because you
said...
don't want to suffer in silence. It's actually worse if you suffer in silence, and a lot of people are suffering in silence.
You are so true with that. I tell you what, why don't we be uplifting right now and play that song?
Okay.
Paradise Comes with the Price. You heard it here, KDUB Center Stage, with our guest, Sabrina Fallah, in the spotlight on KDUBRadio.com.
All alone in your hotel room, bloodshot eyes looking to leave the gloom, climbing up that stairway where you can almost taste the sky, dropping through the atmosphere, asking yourself why through tears. That needle in your vein feels like ice. On a night like this, you don't think twice. Paradise comes with a price. Too hard to listen to advice. Your heart and mind stuck in a vice. Paradise comes with a price. When you come crashing down, you can't let go and touch the ground. Is that what you really want, to leave this world right now? So stuck in hopelessness, deep in your own darknesses, you push yourself to the edge. Leave the note behind on a ledge. Paradise comes with a price. Too hard to listen to advice. Your heart and mind stuck in a vice. Paradise comes
This is KDUB Center Stage on KDUBRadio.com with our host tonight. Our host tonight is me, Tommy K, with our special guest in the spotlight, all the way from Canada, Sabrina Fallah. Sabrina, I have to say that song we just heard, Paradise Comes with the Price, it floors me. We talked about it in the previous break. You have some serious talent, girlfriend. I mean, wow.
Thank you.
I do want to say this,
well,
okay?
I write about real things that people go through or what I've gone through. And I write about things that people can relate to. So that way they can feel it when they're hearing it. If you don't understand or feel the song while you're listening to it, there's something wrong. You should know what you're listening to. Well, that's what I think.
You know what? As you were saying that, I could just picture a painter putting the paint onto the canvas. That's what you do. You paint the picture, but it's with music.
But like writing a song, it's like painting or writing a story. Like there's different ways to explain it. But I could be painting pictures, but I'm not a painter. For real, I'm not a painter. But but in my mind, I could be drawing this picture and putting it down on paper. Yeah.
I'm going to give you advice. It's free. Two words I want you to never say in your endeavors with the music industry, okay? Are you ready? I don't ever want you to say, I can't. Because you have that positiveness, that drive. And we just met, 20, 30 minutes ago, whatever the case, on the phone. But you bring to whoever comes your way such a true knack for showing how to stay positive and to always move forward. So when you do get into that obstacle where it may seem like, going far in the music industry, don't let that be your obstacle. Right. Go around it, go above it, under it, whatever the case. Don't ever say I can't, because you will. And that's my fatherly advice here.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
They can, not won't.
Yes, exactly. Or I'm going to. Kind of like the lyric we talked about earlier. I'm taking over now. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's in your music.
It's in my front line, yeah.
Yes. Well,
yes.
Any closing comments you want to say before we cut you off? I'm kidding. Do want to thank you, though.
God. That was good.
I do want to thank you for being a part of our show.
Thank you for having me, and this was awesome. This was very good.
Well, just remember, when you're ever in Columbus, Ohio, to look us up. We'll be there for you. We'll make T-shirts and everything. And bumper stickers.
And then I'll say, by the way, where's my coffee cake, Martha? And my Dunkin' Donut coffee, huh?
And you know what I would tell you? B-Dub is on his way back from Dunkin' Donuts right now.
Sweet! Okay.
Well, thank you so much again, Sabrina. Look forward to hearing more about you, in the industry, and
I will keep in touch. I'm not going to go.
Well, we look forward to that.
I stay in touch with everybody. Yeah.
You are a people person, so I will ask, how can people follow you?
Oh, they can go to my website, sabrinafallah.com. And on the right-hand side at the top, they can go to my YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And also, I do have a Snapchat, Sabrina_Fallah. And if you follow me, I will follow you.
I'm old school.
I like making new friends, and yeah.
I'm old school, so I guess about the best way I can follow you is to walk in your footsteps. A bad joke, I'm sorry. B-Dub was telling me also people can find out more about you on our Artist Spotlight page on KDUBRadio.com. So, several avenues for you listeners to check out Sabrina and her hot rocks. We'll call it that. How about that?
Awesome.
Well, thank you again so much, Sabrina, for being on the show. Look forward to bigger things from you, and keep rocking, sister.
Thank you.
This has been KDUB Center Stage featuring our spotlight artist all the way from Canada, Sabrina Fallah, on KDUBRadio.com.